How many exam marks have you lost to tiny, painful mistakes you actually knew how to avoid? In this module, we'll build simple anti-mistake checklists that act like shields, catching those errors before the examiner ever sees them. You often walk out of exams thinking, I knew this. So where did those marks go? The leak isn't your knowledge. It's your system under stress. In this course, you'll build a clear protocol so marks stop slipping away when it matters most. Instead of relying on, I'll try to be careful, you'll use three built in safety nets that run through every exam. First, the setup, a quick admin and planning routine so you don't lose marks to missing details, wrong question numbers, or bad time splits. Second, micro routines, repeatable habits while answering, read, solve, check that catch careless mistakes early. Third, the end game, a focused error hunt in the last minutes to rescue easy marks you've already earned. When the exam starts, you don't race, you set up. For the first few minutes, your only job is to get calm and organized. That's why the golden rule is do not answer question 1 yet. Breathe, stand the paper, and handle all the boring admin like names, numbers, and instructions. Once those basics are locked in, your brain is free to focus on scoring marks, not chasing small mistakes later. As soon as you get the paper, your brain wants to jump into question 1. Pause for one calm minute and run a start check. First, confirm you have the correct subject, level, and version. Then write your name or ID on every booklet immediately. Next, scan the structure, number of pages, total questions, and which sections are compulsory. Finally, set a simple time budget for each section. This tiny routine at the start prevents huge disasters later. Micro routines are tiny habits you repeat for every question so you don't rely on luck. The loop is simple. First, really read the question, catching the key words in your mind. Second, solve in a clear, step by step way, not in a messy burst. Third, before you move on, quickly check does this answer match what was asked? And are the units, signs, and steps right? Then repeat the same loop on the next question. Consistency here quietly saves dozens of marks. When you read an exam question, don't just stare at the words, run a tiny protocol. First, grab the command word, calculate, explain, compare. That tells you the type of answer. Next, spot any constraints or conditions, like frictionless or ignore air resistance. Those completely change the method. Notice labels like parts A, B, C, and how many marks each part is worth. Finally, restate the task in your head. I need to find, using, because this keeps your brain locked onto what actually earns marks. When you're writing answers, use the same small routine every time. First, make your final answer impossible to miss. Put it on a new line and box it. Second, attach the units the moment you write a number, not later. Third, clearly label which part you're answering, like 1A or 1B. Finally, signpost your logic with words like therefore or hence, so the examiner can easily follow your steps and award method marks. Every time you finish a calculation, don't rush to the next question. Take a 3-second pause. In your head, quickly scan three things. First, signs. Did a plus suddenly become a minus, or did a negative disappear? Second, decimals. Is the point in the right place, or did you accidentally turn zero point 0.1 into 10? Third, copying. Did you rewrite the previous line correctly? Then ask yourself, does this answer actually make sense in the real world? When the clock shows about 10 minutes left, you switch roles. You're no longer a writer, you're an editor. That means stop starting big new answers. Instead, hunt for easy marks already sitting on the page. Finish half done questions that just need a final step. Scan for blank subparts, missing units, or unboxed final answers. Three silly errors fixed usually beat one rushed, low quality essay written in panic. In your first pass of the final minutes, you're not resolving questions, you're grabbing the easiest marks. Do a quick structural hunt. Flip through for any completely blank questions or pages. Then check parts. Did you answer every A, B, and C? Scan numbering so each answer matches the right question. Finally, confirm your name and details on every sheet. These tiny fixes can rescue surprising marks. On the second pass, you polish how your answers look without doing heavy new thinking. Ask, can the examiner read this quickly and do they instantly see the final result? Fix any messy handwriting, rewrite key numbers if needed, and make sure every value has a clear unit. If you change your mind, cross out the old answer so there's zero doubt. Clear presentation quietly adds marks without extra effort. Now it's your turn to turn these ideas into something you can actually use under pressure. Create a simple three-step protocol: what you do at the start, what you focus on in the middle, and how you close the paper. Keep it short, in your own words. Then print it or write it out, and force yourself to follow it in every mock until it feels automatic. Your anti-mistake system has three moves. First, set up, handle admin, scan the paper, and plan your time. Second, microcheck while answering, lock onto keywords, box results, watch units, pause briefly. Third, endgame, stop creating new work and hunt blanks and obvious errors. A system you trust beats trying to be perfect. You are not bad at exams. You just needed a repeatable system. Now you have one: opening scan, time plan, micro routines while answering, switching to editor mode, and endgame checks. For your next exam, don't rely on mood or luck. Bring your protocol and actually use it.